Hello and welcome to Wow Embossing's YouTube channel. My name is Aditi and I'm back with some mixed media magic for y'all. Today I'm going to create this mixed media style layered tag and I am using the Sizzix 49 Market Thinlits, the snap and swap tag for my base. I've cut that out on watercolor paper, and first what I'm going to do is just place a stencil. Now this is from Alt New, and I am applying embossing ink with a blending brush through the stencil throughout my tag. This just creates a nice base or a background for the tag. And I am going to be using embossing powder on the background for this, and I am using the dried lavender for the background. I am going with pinks, purples in mind, adding a little bit of a teal to the background for this tag. So once I've sprinkled the embossing powder through and through, and the fact that it has those shimmery granules just make it perfect for this shabby chic romantic style tag. I am then heat setting that with my Wow Dual Heat tool on the second heat setting to melt all of that embossing powder. And once that's done, I have a nice background in place. I am going to be using Lindy's Boho Dreams shakers and just tinting a little bit of my background. So I have mixed some of the colors on my palette there, and I'm misting the paper with water. Since it's watercolor paper, it helps flow everything. And I'm predominantly adding the blues or the teals to my background first because I want that as a contrasting color. It's not actually a contrasting color because it goes well with the palette. Blues, purples and pinks, they are all colors next to each other on the color wheel, but it just adds a nice touch of pop amidst the purple and the pinks. So once that's done, I'm going to set that aside, let it dry out naturally once I'm happy with the amount of color I have put down there, and I will move on to creating other embellishments for this tag. I'm using the Pinktastic duo, and that comes with two colors right there, and I'm going to be using both of these for the elements today. I have an old Tina Wakeley stamp set, so I am going to stamp the florals both on white cardstock and on vellum, and I'm stamping them with embossing ink, and I am using both the shades of the pink from the Pinktastic duo to emboss the outline. So on the white cardstock, again, I'm going to be stamping the image and embossing it with both the pinks, and then I do the same thing on vellum off camera. To the one on the cardstock, once I've heat set it, I have gone ahead and tinted them with a little bit of the Lindy's powders, just adding a touch of the blue, bringing that from my background into my foreground. I also have ephemera elements here, and I have used my embossing pen and added touches of the embossing powder, as well as just added liquid glue and added a little bit of the sparkles for bling on this tag. Now once I have all these elements ready, all I need to do is create a little bit of a composition. So I am just going to play around with the elements, place them, use liquid glue as well as instant dimension foam tape to bring in depth and dimension between the elements to create that layered look that I need for this tag. So with that in mind, I am just going about laying out the elements and just randomly adding them. And once I have all the layers in place, I definitely add a phrase to title this tag. So this is a very easy tag to create. Now if you don't have stamps like I showed you, you can use your ready ephemera elements, use an embossing pen, add details and just add texture with the embossing powder. You can use liquid glue and add texture and glitter with the earth sparkles, however you wish to, and you can just create a nice shabby chic style romantic tag. I quite love this technique because you can see just that pop of stenciling with the embossing ink and adding the embossing powder on the background just creates such a lovely texture, and everything just ties in so well together. Of course, I add white splatter to finish it off, and I have added a little bit of a ribbon to complete the tag once all of that is down in place. And with that, this tutorial comes to an end. I hope this inspires you to try a layered style. Now you can repeat this same thing on a card if that's what you are interested in, and give this a try. Do share your creations. Tag me at addi.mahajan, MAHAJAN, on Instagram if this tutorial has inspired you today. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.